Yeah, Ezzy's cute. Makes sense.
Ezzy is cute.
And Raymer also just kind
Ooh.
of.
I'm already liking this movement. This is cool.
Yeah.
Instant startup.
Oh,
this
the Wavelands.
The Wavelands. That's what I was saying.
I've been waiting to see an Ezzy player like make good use
Lilac's
of those.
the one. Lilac's the one.
Yeah, because I've talked to Ezzy players because they ask me like, how do I even here? Like, all I can do is sit back and spam, and I'm like, no, you have to use your Waveland. It's like the best one in the game.
Waveland out of the boomerang, like Valor can do out of her neutral special.
Yeah.
Oh, the mix on the shield.
Wait, this is cool.
No, using float as a mix. It's just playing like Mewtwo. Doing delayed aerials on block because you are in the vicinity of your aerial. Red burst is so hype there. Jimmy drop shield at the perfect time for that to link. I love that option. That fair is almost killing, forcing the burst. Do we see? Going
and the siege
going for some
that
swag movement.
Yeah,
the
Jimmy now is
down special. And because of that, she is going to lose the stock.
Yeah.
Any other Ezzy is throwing a Rang angled down there.
Yep, it's true.
Right?
Okay, so some targeted Raymer counterplay here. Any chance that I get, I like to parry the grenade so that he doesn't have a chance to explode it.
Yeah, parrying nades is huge. Hitting orb at the same time as he's following behind it to extend your hitbox is like the next big thing too.
Yeah,
but
because you can just hit it and get the spark. Right?
Exactly. You get the spark and you OS like the hit or not, right? Because you just always like you have more hit pause.
Hit Raymer. Oh no!
You have more hit pause and you can change your rush direction. So you can change it to follow up or you can change it to rush back and be safe and reset the neutral. Ooh, the active. We're down to another edge guard.
Yeah, you actually saw the in this interaction. You saw the what do you call it? Like the passive hitbox from the grenade actually coming into play there, stopping the boomerang in its tracks, and it's another good reason to parry it if you have the chance to.
Lilac is also one of the first players I see use the rethrow on Rang, like Rang catch.
Yeah. The quickest way to get it out. And that's actually something as a developer that I plan on like incentivizing more by increasing the cooldown on the boomerang. Because I think
what if boomerang increased in speed every time you caught? like Draven.
That'd be pretty sick, actually. We probably want to make it a little bit slower on the first throw.
Sure, and that might be better, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Another thing I was thinking about doing, since we were talking about like changing up the like the neutral special in some way, is making it go at a little bit of an arc, so that it catches jumps a little bit better. This
is now a dev stream. Lilac throwing out a lot of those down specials on edge because like it's kind of hard to punish because of her movement, and she like ends up going backwards. But if it hits, it just keeps setting up for an offstage situation, right? Like over and over again, as long as she's hitting down special. Oh, there's that Dr. Sus tech.
It's the exact thing that we were talking about Dr. Sus doing. Yeah. And that looked very intentional too.
That looked intentional. No, that was the setup. And on Shadowbriar of all stages, that is an interesting placement. Probably trying to get.
It was probably not intentional, actually.
Maybe not. Maybe not. If it was, I think the reason would be like trying to set up these without being contested. But Jimmy shooting that is kind of nuts. You know?
I don't know if Raymer is the exact character to do that against.
Definitely, he does have like the coverage, the range to pop those if he needs to.
One thing that is pretty good to do is actually to like the full hop and activate the Hexblade from there, because you get a little bit more usable range of it above the stage. And
yeah,
Jimmy, putting on a lot of pressure after that forward strike, but Lilac actually managing to make it back by clanking out the up B bullet with the side B.
Oh, it's scary. The ring's coming back. Don't miss your timing. Lilac trying to set up a situation where his invulnerability runs out, but she was just barely off on that one.
Yeah, this is one thing that I'm noticing as this game goes on, is that Jimmy Dean has pretty consistently been able to get out of these ledge situations just by testing the projectile with the right timing, or by Lilac overextending and going off stage or something.
Definitely.
And I think that in order to win this set, Lilac is going to have to get a little bit more consistent on those ledge traps.
Yeah, no, if not the ledge traps, then like I said in the previous Ezzy set, using the burst to refresh the rush. I want to see those Ezzy's edge guarding in a more traditional way, like fall off ledge and nair. That type of thing is going to do so much because off of a nair, even in most bands, like you can get a back or a fair, right? And that off stage, disgusting, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'll end the stock.
All right.
We're so back.
Game 3. Game 2.5.
I was gonna say I played pretty bad.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you got
didn't
4
play
stars.
bad.
That's crazy.
It's funny because that's like a very like results-based analysis.
Right. That's the most. Let this be a lesson: the dangers of being results-based.
Yeah.
Right. Absolute slog of a match. Like,
after this set, we're gonna have the rematch of Dow versus Merc, and then that's gonna be it for the night.
The coverage covering all the tech options. Almost got the bump back into the ring, which sets up for some nasty stuff. If you can get the neutral special hit the backside of the ring, there's a chance. Okay. I see Lilac using the edge, but I want to see those dropping airs. Those dropping airs get you there. Oh.
Yeah. Despite all of this, I think that we still need to see some improvements on the lead trapping front from Lilac.
Definitely.
A
lot of these projectiles are like
good.
trying to catch, like they're trying to meaty the invuln, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, that's a good use for them, but it needs to
hard.
be paired with something else, and it needs to change, right?
And you need to be able to cover their escape option, assuming that it doesn't work.
Not only that, but if they're like, if you tell them the game we're playing is don't get meatied by my thing, delay your timing, like then people get used to it. They start to see it.
That was a tight timing on that forward strike. You see
that?
It was right in between the Raymer shots.
Ooh, I like that.
He's kicking those out of the air.
Playing some footsies, getting pushed back a little bit, but she's still hanging on. The rig shale punished the down special. I don't know what the down special was for. It might have been a misinput. Here comes the yellow orb. Eyes tech.
Yeah, I like that shooting it doesn't like increment the orb.
No, it's awesome.
It's a very cool tech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was a good idea. The down air, not quite spaced correctly, but
I think Lilac is giving up too much stage on these two.
Yeah.
In these situations where Raymer starts to push back, Lilac is either overextending through it and like reversing the situation, or
and then being forced into a recovery
far.
situation, which like as he kind of struggles in.
Definitely. You want to. I think it's almost always best to try and keep the opponent in 1/3 of the stage with 2/3 of the stage behind you. Like if you can manage that, then you are doing stage positioning like pretty well. That's your cheat sheet, right? A little more nuance than that at the end of the day, but okay, building up the projectiles. Oh, no time.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of a mistech, and the Glade about to die. Yeah, that's it.
That's kind of what you want to do. If Ezzy's doing a Glade, you need to just keep her occupied. It doesn't matter if it's like a true combo or whatever.
No.
Oh,
that is
an
weird.
old bug. That is an old bug.
Well, that was not a ledge attack, was it? Normally that happens.
Yeah, it was a ledge attack. That was a ledge attack.
Okay, it looked like a ledge roll.
Ezzy's ledge attack looks like a ledge roll.
Yeah, I suppose.
Pulls herself up. Will you take a look at that? Give her a good ledge
that's just
attack.
an animation, but
yeah, just speed it up. It's one of the slowest ledge attacks by a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, so if anybody doesn't know, this is some deep dev lore. Ezzy's entire moveset needed to be reanimated, like from scratch entirely. When the new model came around, because it's rigged completely differently from the old model. She has like her bones like on the hat and on the staff are just like they just work completely differently. So things like the ledge attack and like literally everything needs to be reanimated. So there's some funny like little shortcuts that were taken. I did this personally to make use of like reuse animations and some stuff that might have been timed differently before or timed better may have just like changed.
We're seeing some intense projectile play here. A lot of back and forth, both of them throwing out stuff, and the projectiles just keep clashing.
Yeah, and speaking of which, JimmyDean takes back the lead. He was behind for most of this game.
Okay,
Even now,
Lilac
there's
the
that
Nair's a
Nair.
pretty good
There's
idea.
the Nair.
Yeah.
The Nair is so good because you get to just hover above them with your rush.
Yeah,
If they
Raymer-
get that nasty wall tech angle where they're going down, they miss the tech, they're going down, right? And you get to just float above them with a down air, and that's so threatening, right?
Yeah, and against
You can
Raymer in
just, like,
particular, when he's recovering, you know, he sticks his leg out.
Sticks his leg out, and his recovery is very easy to trade with on most
Yes,
things.
yes.
Ooh, getting some eats, maintaining the glade, but it's dropping.
Yeah, Raymer forward strike, perfect move for putting somebody off stage in a situation where they have to take a long time to recover.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a move that allows for setup, right?
Yeah, it's very similar to like the Seth and and Zoo forward strikes, where you have to like there's some specific counterplay like parries and spacing around it that you need to know.
Right.
And if you can
And
get
the
that,
timing,
then you just all the timings and everything. And if you can get that, then you kind of don't have to worry about it as much. But that's very much just a matchup experience issue. Oh, charge back air.
Okay.
A good like reaction from Lilac there to burst because she was certainly dead if she didn't burst there.
Definitely.
But that being said, she's almost being lapped on this final stock. It's looking like it's gonna
Jimmy
be a
Dean
little
has taken
difficult.
like 11 damage, I think, or
Yeah.
9 damage since the last time Lilac was at this health.
Better
might
than
be a
negative
chance.
damage, but
True. Yeah, no heals.
Yeah.
I think that again, I want to see Lilac get those edge guards. I want to see Lilac get that hard knockdown timing. I think that's one of the Ezzy's like probably one of her strongest situations is if she can jam one of those projectiles over a hard knockdown. You do that forward strike, rush in place, or even special cancel side special. You get to have like the extent of that move on top of them. You know, with the where it like stalls. You know. And that's like a free hard knockdown like coverage. They have to parry, right?
oh, very
Leaving
still
through
close.
the last hits.
All
and
right.
there's the detonation.
All right. Good stuff to JimmyDeanLinks. Cleaning that setup.
Awesome stuff.
Playing like 4.5 games out of 2 games.
Yeah, and a long one in between.
Yeah.
We'll call it an
Well, I'm saying
extended
like
hand warmer.
it was a total of like 3.5 games.
Right.
Even though it was the result will only say 2-0.
Mm-hmm.